feel a woman energy, female energy. You're my angel, oh angel. Somebody's name is Angel. Angel. So with Angel, she was a pretty girl.
I entered the details of what I seen on Google Gemini, and these were the results.
Angel she was the oldest sibling. She was the oldest daughter. She literally took care of her siblings. I get that her parents don't speak any English whatsoever. I get that her daddy, he was doing all that he can to make some money, selling stuff on the side of the road, whether it was burritos, elotes, tacos, fruit. You know, he had that cart and he was selling anything to make ends meet, to make money. Anytime her parents need anything, they need to handle business, she would be the translator for them because they did not speak any English. She took care of her siblings, her younger siblings, like they were her children. She would walk them to school, make sure they got to school, help them with their homework, cook for them, clean the house, wash the clothes, do all that stuff, wake up, cook breakfast for everybody. Even though she was the oldest sibling, she was a real mama. Down south, back in the day, a lot of families were poor during our grandparents' era around there. Grandparents, great-grandparents. Hold on. Okay, so my camera died and I had it charged all day. And the energy is very thick right now. I feel it. But what I was saying was a lot of the oldest daughters would get married off really, really young. They would get married off as young as 12. I even heard stories of getting married off at 10 years old. It was common for families who didn't have much to do this because how they viewed it is one less mouth for them to feed. They were struggling that bad. So all it took was for a man, he could bake a couple of loaves of bread, bring a chicken or two, bring a donkey or a cow or something, and he would say, I would like to have your daughter's hand in marriage. And the father, would have maybe talked to him for about 5, 10, 30 minutes, and to see if he could take care of his daughter. Now, we all know people lie. So that man could have lied. He could have rubbed 2 nickels together for 3 months to try to impress the father. And the father would say, sure, you can have her. And then they would go and say to the oldest daughter, say, you're getting married next week. You're getting married in 2 weeks. So get ready. And she had to drop out of school, all that stuff just to go be a wife. I'm feeling that this is what was the case for Angel.